Hello and welcome to the Self-Employed Lab. My name is Nala and today I'm going to be discussing the S-Corp Income and Expense Tracker from the Self-Employed Lab. I'm really excited to roll this out because I work with a lot of S-Corp and over the years I've noticed a growing trend. More business owners want to cut down costs and manage their own S-Corp finances. Before I get into the video, please like and subscribe. At the Self-Employed Lab, our goal is to be an extension branch for self-employed individuals, providing the resources and tools you need to manage your business confidently. This tracker is one of those tools. It's designed to help you manage your S Corp, whether you're doing it online with QuickBooks or Xero or offline with a spreadsheet. This spreadsheet is very robust. It covers a lot of information. I'll walk through it quickly today, but if you have questions, just visit www.theselfemployedlab.com or email support@theselfemployedlab.com and we'll be happy to help you download or understand the tracker in more detail. Okay, so just to start, the spreadsheet starts off with the same information as the 1120. Okay, so the way the 1120 is entered by your accountant, CPA, or tax preparer, that's exactly how this line for category shows up. Okay, so when you get the first page of your 1120, when your accountant is finished entering everything, this is essentially the information on the first page that you'll see them capture. Okay, it will kind of give you a summary sum of what's going on with your business. The only thing that may be missing is the cost of goods and costs and stuff, and that's something I'll go over later. But for the sake of this is here to just capture the basic of what the 1120s, giving you a good reference point what the 1120s entail. This is a good reference point, especially if you're going to use this tracker. Okay, it will help you manage and understand your transactions. Okay, essentially that's what QuickBooks does, just in a sophisticated way with machines. It just helps you understand these transactions. Okay, so in here, I've done this video about 5 times and it didn't record, so I'm a little frustrated doing this video for the 5th time. So if I'm going through it fast, again, please contact us at the selfemployedlab.com and email us. We're always happy to help. But this is essentially your transactions. It's basically the same way it would show up in QuickBooks, right? All your transactions, the date, the type. This will let you break things down very simply. Simple. Income, expenses, payroll, distribution. Okay, those are really, really important part of the P&L and L and the balance sheet. So this helps you track those basics. Distributions is something that I will talk about when we get there, but it's very important to track that. And it is just essentially what you take out of the business, okay? And then you put the vendor name. You just say, hey, I was at Costco, okay? I got gas at Costco. That's what I did. I got gas while I was on my way visiting a client, okay? Car truck, you use a credit card, ACH, how much, and was this tax deduction? Was this tax deductible? Yes, it was, because I used this gas to gas up to go see a client, okay? And gonna go see a few other clients in the meantime. So this is a Excel version of what QuickBooks look like when you're tracking all your expenses, okay? It just does it for you in a machine, and even then that machine messes up. So I have a lot of people that are very hands-on. They don't want to attach themselves to a system. That's okay. This S Corp income expense tracker is very robust. It will do a lot for you. Okay. The next thing is payroll. I advise doing payroll within QuickBooks. Okay. Within QuickBooks or Gusto, Xerox, whoever you want to use. I think Xerox actually uses Gusto, but I recommend doing it through those different parties because it's just easy to make sure the compliance is taken care of. But if you're someone and you're a partner company and you have someone that's going to be dedicated to doing this part of the business, or you're going to do this part of the business, this is where you would have reference to check and write down how you are tracking the payroll. Now, there are independent companies where you can actually create paychecks for yourself or for your employees and independently file your own 941s, 940, and all that government compliance that is required. Okay. I will put the link down at the below for some of the companies that I believe that are really great with helping you track and keep and manage this stuff. Okay, if you're good at it, all right? But I will say you miss one thing, the interest on the penalties can be very stiff, okay? So moving along, again, this is actually a good reference point, even if you are using QuickBooks or Gusto, just to kind of have a receipt if you want to compare notes. If you're a compliance person like me and you want to compare notes, this is actually good as well to write this down. Okay, so this is actually really important, okay? One of the reasons why you chose to do an S Corp or someone um, requested that you become an S Corp is because you want to maximize using your distribution. So you pay yourself a reasonable salary and then you take out distributions because distributions are not taxed um, as the way an LLC is taxed. So if you want an S Corp, understand tracking distributions are important. Over time, I actually had to walk away from S Corpers because this part is so important because it determines your basis. A lot of individuals do not realize when you become an S Corp, you cannot just take money out your business like that without it attacking your basis, okay? And your basis determine how much liquidity that you have in your um, business to determine whether or not the IRS is going to tax you. So the IRS basically says if you're pulling nothing out, then you need to be taxed on that, okay? And they'll tax you on it. So your basis is really driven by all the assets, distributions, money taken out the business to determine your liquidity and your if you actually have the availability to take the money out. So that's another video I'll get into at another time. For the sake of this video, I'm just trying to go through this tracker that we have for you, okay? So, but it's really important to track this, okay? This is a CPA, accountant's, tax preparer's worst nightmare when we're trying to determine what your bases are. Okay? It's really important to track what you're taking out. Okay? Mileage. Mileage, let me say this. If you're using it, track it. Okay? I can't tell you how many people don't track this, but if you're using it, track it. It's simple. I don't want to feel like auntie beating a dead horse here, but track it. If you're hands-on and you want to use this, this is a great tool, okay, to use this. Vendor list. Okay, I use AI. Yes, I do. I use AI. I use a lot of different online tools just because we're a small business. Trying to keep up with marketing, it just makes it real easy. It's fun, but I'm very hands-on. Most of my clients will tell you I'm very quick to call back personally. I'm very hands-on. And I still like to use journals. If you're a person who want to know your vendors, have that information. I do believe that the cloud is getting very busy and that we have to deal with different crashes, just like we had to deal with outages recently. This is a good tool to have your vendor contacts stored. Again, this S-Corp income and expense tracker is very robust and can be used as an audit and reference point. Okay. And then nice thing I like about it is it will spit out a P&L. So if used correctly, if you are one who's avid about keeping up with things and you say, I don't want to pay for another QuickBooks subscription, I'm trying to cut down cost. Business is tight. I think we all feeling the pinch. This is a good way to stay organized offline. What I like about this is that it could create a P&L for you. So if you're out there applying for a mortgage loan, investor loan, or anything that you want to use, you can create your own P&L. And let me just show you how.